Speaking of strange audio things happening. All right, welcome as we begin our insanity. Last where we left off, we found. Okay. For a moment there, it sounds like some music's coming through your mic. So we left off. Our heroes had various conversations about what is the next thing, how things are happening, and have begun to feel discontent, various levels with things happening with the chief, while others remain steadfastly loyal. And while the group is still united over the idea of protecting and seeing that Regval survives, it seems that precisely what is the ultimate solution to that is still a bit of contention. With that, I wanted to see where everybody was headed to at the end of the conversations at night.
Tiny was heading back to where she stays at the hut with the wolves, and mostly to go feed the wolves and then to sit by Cole's grave, as the last discussion just kind of brought up some things for her, and she'll probably just sit there talking to the gravestone.
Okay. Yes.
Asphalt's gonna go back up on that mountain that she went up with Hist that one time, just to kind of sit.
Makes sense.
Matt, what's the moon like?
The moon is full.
Well, while Asphalt is going to go collect their thing from the mountain, Korgana is going to go down by the lighthouse.
Indeed. That's hot. Give me a perception check.
Okay. It's a natural one.
Okay.
Oh, it's her whole thing! God damn it! I want this so much!
I have a +7. That's crazy.
You just have dark vision, right?
I have tremor sense, but my but Cliffhanger, the sentient weapon, has dark vision for 120 feet.
Yeah. I was just concerned because I was giving you the benefit of a roll there, ultimately.
Okay.
So, and I still was, and I was like, yep, was just given. I was letting you roll higher because there was an advantage and disadvantage on that at the same time. So I was just making sure.
Okay.
It wasn't something that would have given advantage, but we're taking what it is. In that case, Kurgana. Well, I'd say let me get where everyone else is going at this point.
Sure.
Bjork is probably going back to her hut and probably straight to her desk to work on maps. That seems to be her calming thing.
Hest is just kind of roaming through town. He doesn't sleep. That's just kind of how he does. That's what he does at night.
Okay. Fair enough. I think all that makes sense. So in Kurgana, you arrive and you see a bullet wrapped package here that has been left where you'd expect.
All right. I'm gonna tuck it away, and I'm gonna toss some rocks just so it looks like again I've been out here rock tossing.
Establishing
A routine.
I love it. And I'm going to post what's inside right in loot here.
Oh boy.
So that you see what you get. Right.
This is real, Matthew. This is yes.
Yes. What do you mean? Is it real? Yes, it's real.
Okay.
That's what you got for stealing a shadow. All right. In that case, Tiny.
Yes.
As you sit there by where describe so you said by the single marker for coal.
Yeah, I figured there's like a fence area where the wolves are, and then nearby where the maybe where the tree line is, there is the marker for Cole that she takes care of, and she probably cleans it and puts fresh flowers out for it, and probably always puts down his horn of mead there and fills it with ale, even though no one's drinking it, just to kind of have it there for him.
Okay. Very good. And as you're there, give me a perception check, please.
Ooh. All right, that's a 21.
Good.
Am I going to get to talk to him like he's Mufasa?
All right. You begin to odd thing. I think it's as you are looking around, there's wisps of what looks like smoke, but odorless. As you see a strange creature partially made of smoke and of dark, with eyes that flicker with light. And seem to have horns and claw made out of this strange thing. It gives a distinct sense that it is being not projected, I guess, but being pushed here and held here. As it is about 20 feet away from you.
Is this figure inside of the forest, or is it
It's directly behind you.
Oh yeah, okay.
Roll initiative.
Oh God.
Oh shoot, okay.
And everyone can do this as well.
Oh no. Ooh, I rolled high, 22.
For my knowledge, Matt, should I get the wolves?
Oh God. What's happening?
You can get the wolves.
No.
Have we had
Oh,
a long
no.
rest?
You have not, because this was directly after we had the conversation.
Okay.
So unless you had got a long rest before that conversation you all had.
We
not
did have, because I have full hit points.
Me too.
Because the dragon was at night, we came back, then we did our investigations the morning after. So
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so it's... Okay, so let me look here. I have Esper, I have Tiny Tusk.
Okay.
I have Kurgana. I don't have anybody else. Just hope Bjorgs show up. There's Bjorg, there's Hist. No, I've got everybody. Okay, so with this, we're gonna kind of be thinking here because you are various places around this, and we're establishing that Tiny's very close to the woods. So
Got Tiny.
we will see what occurs.
Your buddy here.
All right, so for the purposes of this, Tiny, what do you want to do?
Okay. Clearly, this thing looks like it's up to no good, but I'm going to take out my. I'll take out my longbow because that's the only magical weapon I have, and I'm going to immediately try to place my hunter's mark on this figure. And after that, I'm going to take my longbow here and immediately shoot at it. I need to check to see if I have range.
I put him right up behind him. Matt, where did you say it was?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. You fix that.
Okay. This is bad. Because I think, yeah, I only have crossbow expert. I do not have the ability to shoot this without disadvantage.
At 20 feet?
Oh, 20 feet? Oh,
It's 20
yeah.
feet away.
I put him up. I hadn't asked Matt the distance. My bad.
Understood. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at him using the longbow. It is magical. And oh, that's a nat 1. Hi.
Ooh.
Do I have lucky by chance?
All right, you watch as it goes through and lights on fire and burns.
I'm going
That's
to
not
use my
okay.
second attack here to try and shoot it. That one is a 26.
Okay, 26 hits.
All right. They will. Okay. First, let me roll my damage. That's 8 piercing. That's magical, and 1 force, and they are slowed by 10 feet. I'm not going to leave my wolves though. So, where are the wolves at in relation to me? Because I'm going to get probably closer to them or up in the
I'll
tree.
say they were probably within 5 or 10 feet of you.
They're
All
probably what, Matt?
They were like within 5 feet, probably next to her.
Okay, and how many are
I
there?
think I'll go ahead and climb
3.
up. I'm going to. If I'm able to use an object as a no, I can't. I don't have a bonus action. Never mind. I'm going to have to climb up the tree here, if I can, to try and get myself some distance. I have 40 feet.
Okay, so you have to
Movement.
travel to the tree.
Yeah. And of course, I have a climb speed of 40.
Get up to the lowest branch.
Okay. So there I go, and that will be my turn.
All right.
Meanwhile, I knock
And
out
they are slowed by 10.
Indeed. And what do they have to beat? Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Actually, Hunter's Mark. That is, you know where they are, right?
I'm able to do. I think I get.
You know the direction.
Let me be absolutely sure because I don't know what the new one like change on it. It says A magically marked creature until spell ends. I can deal the damage. You also have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or survival check you make to find it.
Okay,
So I don't
perfect.
necessarily know it, but I have advantage.
Okay, so that is different. I'm glad I checked in, so it's not the same as it was. All right, perfect. In that case, you see as it moves through the night here, it comes out of your vision.
Okay.
And then you feel hands grasping your neck. For a nat 20.
Yeah, I would say that's going to do something. We're reaction spells real quick.
Sure.
Nope. Got nothing. Okay.
It's spring. It's spring. The lovely time of year.
Okay, so let me do this first. 43 bludgeoning.
Holy crap.
This is why you don't split the party even to sleep.
No RP splitting party. Grim Hollow.
Okay.
You know, if Tiny survives this, they're going to be very.
So,
confused and think it's
just because of various sensitivities, we understand you're being choked. You are restrained
Okay.
as these hands are crushing your throat.
Understood.
Okay. You've begun to suffocate.
Yes.
So, what's your con mod?
My modifier is a +3.
Okay, so that's 4 rounds
Okay.
before you're unconscious.
All right. Okay.
And you are able to use an action to try to get out of them, if you so desire. In addition, that did make themselves revealed. And Artemont, they would take their full movement to get 40 feet closer.
close and stuck. So they're not in the tree.
No, I already calculated it. They have a fly of 50, so they fly 40 feet towards.
Okay. So let me get them out of the tree. Because when you said choked, I just put them in the tree.
Yeah, there's these are magical hands.
That's what I figured now, Matthew. So you have 50.
Okay, so there's some arrows here. Does anyone feel like their character had a chance to know what's going on?
Depending on where Hist was currently in the town, maybe.
Fair enough.
Just for the record, if Tiny survives this, they're going to think they weren't after Corgana, they were after Tiny.
I'm gonna say, Hist, what do you think of a D6 on a 6? You become aware.
Sounds good to me. Oops. Sorry, my character sheet just disappeared the second I clicked on it. But no, I'm rolling it. I got a 4.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Any others? Just checking. Because Tiny didn't scream out,
No.
and so this was a little under. All right. In that case, we're going to go right to Tiny's turn again.
All right. Okay. You said I can use an action to try and break free.
Indeed, this is a straight dexterity or strength check.
Okay. All right. Just looking at something really quick here. Okay. Yeah, let's try it. I'm gonna try a straight dex to roll because I'm pretty good at that. I roll 13.
You wiggle the best you can, but they hold you fast.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Am I able to use a heroic inspiration on this?
You're not there.
I'm aware, but isn't heroic one of the ones you can give to somebody else?
Am I allowed to do a bonus action at all?
You are. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You're just
Okay.
you have your full range. I just gave you as one of your options action. You could try to get out.
Okay.
You're restrained.
Yeah. My bonus action is just going to be to do what's called a storm cudgel. That's just if I get out of this, it'll make my weapon a lot more powerful.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and activate that.
So is heroic inspiration? Does that say that in there?
I don't
Heroic
think so. I think it's if I was a human, maybe, but otherwise, no.
Okay. Well, there you go. I was just checking
Yeah.
the rules.
I'm too, Jackie. I'm sorry.
Well, I rolled really low on that last check, so hopefully I'll roll a lot higher on the next one.
Okay. All right.
That's what I have 3 more rounds. Right? Yeah.
Got it.
Did you just send me something? Because my phone's in the back room.
No.
Okay.
Interesting. So they will use the rest of their movement here to.
They have their full movement again.
Yeah.
Since it was my turn.
Yeah, so they'll use the rest of it to get next to Tiny. And raises one of its mighty claws. For a 26 to hit.
Jeez. That doesn't miss. That hits. That's bad.
That's. Well, let me do it this way, actually. So. $43 slashing
Oh my god.
and 5 fire.
Oh, wait. I'm resistant to fire, but that doesn't do me a lot of good because that's 2 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
That still brings me to 0.
Ugh.
Oh, I had 2 hit points left. I'm blaming Robin for this.
This time it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Hey, on the plus side, you didn't make it up the tree far enough for you to get fall damage when you now fall out of the tree.
Indeed. That's a.
I mean, I'm just, right side, I'm trying here, guys.
Tiny's allowed to make a death wail, right?
No, because there's 2 hands around her neck.
Ah.
Cool, Tiny's gonna be.
What about
eaten by
those
her
wolves?
own
Are they making any
But you know what? She doesn't fall because she's held up by her neck, guys.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to do a thump sound, but I'm
You could have told me that before I knocked Tiny
Sorry.
out of the tree.
I
Yeah,
will
wait, do the
ask,
wolves
the
react?
wolves,
Yeah.
because
I
they're
like
wolves.
this. I like this. I like the argument here. Yeah, I'm gonna say they howl. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Asphalt, you're up high, so I'm gonna say the sound can carry. So I'm gonna give you a regular perception. I will give a
Okay.
regular perception to Hist. And then I believe Bjorg and Kurgana, I would think a perception with disadvantage, but you may appeal that ruling if you feel like I'm doing it in error.
Asphalt rolled a 2.
With advantage?
Oh, okay.
I gave you the advantage.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought regular meant flat. Okay. Oh no! They rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
Yes, Matt.
you roll
with
Hist?
advantage.
I got a 21.
okay.
Yeah, using my reliable talent, I got a 14.
Okay.
I would like to appeal in the fact that that noise carries better over water.
But you're not, but it's not going over water to get you.
I'm trying here, man.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm trying.
How about can he get advantage because he's purposely making sure no one's following him, so he's on high alert?
No, because right now it's the I'm putting on the charade of that I'm trying, Paula, but no, unfortunately,
Look, I'm trying too. Don't shoot me down.
I know, but I know what he's doing. That is also a natural one.
Okay.
I'm gonna need all y'all to pick up your
Oh.
game.
I'll just try to make it as fair as we can. So cool. So Bjorg, Bjorg, you here, and then Hist, you got the 21 or something, right?
Yeah, I got 21.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna say both. Let me see here. Yeah, both of you roll me 2d6, and I'm going to do the same to both numbers. So give me the. So this is going to be 2d6 plus 2 is what you're ultimately rolling. Cool.
9.
9.
So, okay. So right now, as we start the next round, you've heard and you are 90 feet away, each of you.
Okay. That's good.
With Asphalt's natural 1, does she see me chucking rocks by chance?
And with your natural one, I think you chucked a rock and hit Asphalt.
Asphalt is singing to herself. That almost that one's in perception.
God.
Bjork, it is your turn.
Okay. Hearing the wolves howling, I'm going to run out of my hut, look around or listen around for the direction it's coming from, and dash that direction. So bonus action dash.
Now you're 30 feet away.
Well, yeah, I would say we'll give you the. So you have your 30, and you can action dash too, if you want.
Yes, but if I'm within 30 feet of seeing what's going on, I can still make an attack.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, it's true. So now, you are now within 30. And you have dark vision?
I do.
Perfect.
60 feet.
There we go.
Good.
So then, seeing whatever this is flying in the air, I'm going to shoot at it with my longbow.
Okay.
For a natural 20.
Woo!
Thank you.
And that would be 19 points of magical piercing.
Okay. Very nice.
And that will be my turn since I used my bonus action to dash.
Tiny.
Yes.
Death save.
Have I lost any death saves from anything like choking or anything like that before I roll this?
No.
Okay. All right. Let me roll this one.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
All right, there you go.
Okay. Korgana.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, you don't get a turn. Yes.
just twist it, Matt. Twist it.
I'm just going through. I think I apologize. Hist, you are 90 feet away. Sound you hear.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna move the 30 feet I can towards the howling.
Okay.
At that point, would I at least be able to see what's going on?
What's your dark vision?
I am double checking if I have that.
There you
I
go.
don't believe I have that.
You hear the howls, but I mean, it's night. And this is at the edge. And Tiny has dark vision. She doesn't usually have a lot of lights.
Oh no, I do. 60 feet.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
So
I couldn't see it. Sorry, I was sure I had it. All right. Then from where I am, shoot, I can't cast separate things.
I'm just gonna cast Scorching Ray and shoot 3 of them at the guy.
Okay.
Um, 10 to hit, I'm sure misses.
Yeah.
22 to hit,
Hits.
and 20 to hit.
Okay.
7 to fire damage and 5 fire damage. So
Okay, you watch as it seems to absorb much of the fire, taking half.
That's all I can do for now.
Okay.
Bonus action scream. I mean, what?
All right. It's going to raise its claw to Tiny.
Hey,
She's already down.
Ouch.
almost like this thing was summoned to attack Tiny.
16.
Yes. No, that misses. That misses. Wrong
Uh-huh.
character I had in my head.
Okay. They raise their second claw. 24.
That hits.
Matthew, I don't want to paint any more minis.
As they, you guys watch as it takes another slice. As that's a failed death save. Or 2 failed death saves.
2 fails.
Because you're unconscious.
Oh.
And hissed and William, how does Tiny bite the dust?
That's how much I'm leaving.
Tiny Tusk.
Tiny, I think upon getting hit by this claw, her eyes widen and she's like staring at this thing and it starts to change and she doesn't see it anymore. She instead sees her friend Cole, and her friend Cole standing there with a smile, drinking the horn of mead, holds out his hands as if to say, "There's no more pain anymore, Tiny. Come join me." And she puts her little hand out, wraps it around Cole's finger, and feels as if she's drifting off with him into the great unknown Viking afterlife. As the real Tiny, her eyes darken and she sighs one last breath with a smile.
Okay. The creature turns. Eyes Bjorg as an orange flickering flame appears in its hand and it hurls it at Bjorg. For a 19 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Matt, you're wrong for this, but you're even wronger for this for killing Tiny on top of Cole's grave.
I didn't set the scene. 11 fire damage.
Okay, can I use Uncanny Dodge?
You can use your reaction.
Alright, so Uncanny Dodge, so that will half it. So 6, 5.
5.
Always round down.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm seeing here is Bjorg, you have a passive perception of 17, and Hist, you have a passive of 13. So in that case, as it moves, you see it hide itself in the various shadows of the night.
Out of curiosity, does Tiny fall out of the tree now?
I determine if it decides to break concentration. I don't think it does right now.
Okay.
End of the round. It's flat. So still advantage perception with asphalt. We're going to say a flat perception with Kurgana because this is more. This is now 12 seconds of the howling.
18.
23.
There we go. All right. Yeah, we're going to call this 180 feet for the two of you.
Why are you making me do math?
Because they were very far. They were in the outskirts of the town, unfortunately. So we're going in here. Bjorg.
Well, can I shoot where I think it is?
Yeah, I mean, it would give you the disadvantage, so indeed.
Does sharpshooter help me at all?
I think that's just for distance and takes care of cover unless it's worded differently.
Okay. Then I'm going to shoot where I think it is.
Choo-pa-choo.
For a 16.
All right, you watch it fly. Does not seem to hit anything.
Okay. Then that is my turn. Oh. Tiny's still in the tree, huh?
A lifeless body, yeah.
Okay.
So Bjorg does understand that.
Yeah.
They're not here.
Okay, well that's my turn for now.
What can I tell Braggy?
Oh no!
Or Brenna.
That's awful luck in love.
Or Brenna.
Yeah. Okay. Kurgana,
Uh-huh.
it's your turn.
Yeah, I went from this really super fucking high into this feeling of dread, and thank you very much. Yeah, Kurgana is going to hearing the wolves and the number of things that could be out here. Kurgana is going to be dashing, just to try to see what the hell is going on.
How much movement is that?
It is only 60 feet total, including the dash.
So you're 120 out.
Yep,
You're-
we're good.
Okay.
I'm way out in the either still, and yeah, it is
Yeah.
not graceful. It is not anything. It is a bull running through leaves and branches and curses and
Yeah. And even with this, I'm actually very generous with the time, with the distances.
I'm aware that you are.
And hissed.
So we can't see them anymore.
They are hidden.
I'm gonna. So just to clarify, I can cast detect magic as an action. I just got to use a spell slot, right? Even though it's a ritual.
If you have it prepared. If you don't have it prepared, then you've got to be
Right.
stuck with the ritual.
I do have it prepared.
Yes. So if it's
Okay.
action to yeah, as long as it's prepared, you can cast it with its normal casting time.
Then I'm gonna cast detect magic as an action.
Okay. Sounds good.
And move 30 feet towards where I last saw them to, help my range.
Okay. Do the best you can. Just so you know, you can. Oh, never mind. Okay, so you can sense present magic. Okay, so currently, within 30 feet, you do not sense the presence of magic.
Then that's all I can do for now.
Right. Asphalt.
I will bonus action wild shape into my mountain cat, and I will dash. So that's 100 feet total.
Okay.
Okay.
And I do have 60 feet of dark vision in this form.
Well, you can see your buddies, but you can't see the tree.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I think keeping. You see now above you, Bjorg, fire comes into another one of its hands as it hurls it down upon you. I got only a 13.
That'll miss.
All right. It snarls. It's going to attempt to hide again, actually. It successfully does. And then comes out to hurl another thing of fire at you. For only a 15!
Yep, that'll miss.
And then it will take its third. For 10! So, you don't know where it's coming. It's coming various directions as you're just dodging and flipping, and it's lighting places on fire. And of course, Kurgan, as you're running towards, and the same with Asphodel, you're just seeing these boats of flame. And
Is it visible somewhere or no?
it is visible, and they're going to go ahead and get themselves a total of 90 feet above the ground.
Okay, I don't have a stand that long. They're 90 feet up, guys. Oop, no, no.
And that's Bjorg.
Okay, as much as I want to use my action to shoot at that thing, I am instead going to pull out my lantern. Let's see. I guess I will use the bullseye lantern and open it as much as it will go. And what that does is that gives us bright light for a 60-foot cone and dim light for another 60 feet. And I'm going to aim it where it is right now.
Okay. Yeah, so right now it can be seen by everybody in dim light.
And I think at this point that is my turn because I can't really do anything else.
Very good. Corgana.
Well, I will use my 30 feet to move.
Now you're 90.
Sure. We're going to use some Pythagorean theorem here in regards to things here. Because is it technically 120 feet away from me at that point using math?
You're
yeah.
90 from the wolves, so yes.
Okay. So it's outside of my 120 at this point?
So,
Hold on.
yes, 'cause how far are they from it?
I gotta put them in the right spot. So they're
Okay,
there.
okay.
55, 60, 65, 70, 75. 75 on the bottom, up 90. So I'm gonna do the Pythagorean theorem to get the other
That's
line.
kind of my...
Because look, I'll be honest, I picked directions y'all were coming for before Matt moved the guy.
Okay, and then if I could just...
You're really doing Pythagorean theorem.
I am.
So I love you.
117 feet.
Perfect. So I would like it to make a wisdom saving throw as sparkling lights just start to populate with around its person if it can be charmed.
Just remember, in math class, people said you wouldn't really use that.
I'm starting. I'm like, that's why I asked for the Pythagorean theorem on this specific feed.
Yeah, I agree, because this is precise with the way we were doing this. Okay, let me just double. Okay, so it does have an advantage.
Yep.
And let's see it.
Come on, fail this, you bastard.
19.
Okay, it succeeds. And that's my go. As I'm just breathing heavily in the dark of the woods. It's now being lit on fire.
Indeed. Hissed.
Well, I guess I'm gonna cast Fireball on them.
Okay, but remember, they're only going to take half.
Oh, right. I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt on them.
Okay.
Hey, look, I'm awake.
That is 22.
They succeed. Still take 16 lightning damage.
All right. You see, it seems like the lightning can't quite ground upon them as it starts to go various places. They are resistant. They take 8
Damn
total.
it, Matthew.
That's all I got.
Got it. Asphalt.
Art. No. I just talked myself out of that.
Okay.
I just realized the math wasn't mathing. Okay. I do think that
Stay in school, kids. You too can use math in virtual reality games.
I will continue advancing in because I well, I guess I'm just sort of walking in, Matt, until I can see Tiny.
You have what, 60? You said?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
like to take 20 forward to see Tiny.
Okay. And I do think if I saw her, I would continue going towards her. And then I'll drop. I'll drop my wild shape. Because I can't do anything to Mr. Guy over here, so I'm sort of taking more of a narrative approach. And I think I'm just yelling like, Tiny! 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 Wake up! Wake up! Griff! Griff! And I'm just trying to make my way to Tiny to get the hands off her.
Okay. So you see a perfectly limp body.
Look, don't break their denial. Let them have it.
Okay. So, yeah. They're going to move within this dim light and attempt to hide. Let's see how they do. And that one's not going to do it. So they're going to go ahead and levy 3 fire at Bjork here. So first one is 17.
Just hits, and I'll use Uncanny Dodge for one of the attacks.
I believe you're allowed to do it after the damage.
Okay.
22 to hit and 18 to hit. So
They all hit.
this is why I was saying it. So what you do is when I after one of the damages you may say that. You can say the Uncanny Dodge.
Okay.
Just in case, like, the first one's a horrible roll.
Yeah, so the first one's 3 fire. See, I
Okay.
helped you out because I rolled 3 1s on 3d8.
Hey, Matt, can you roll those dice the rest of the night?
Yeah, exactly.
So 3 fire. Second is 9 fire.
Okay.
Gonna do it or not?
No. I'll do it
Then
on the
we'll
last
do the
one.
third for 13.
So,
It's only 6. Because the Uncanny Dodge. There you go. So 9, 6. So that's 18 fire total that came down. And it's basically going to stick at that height, I think. Makes sense to me. Just double checking its stuff. And we go to Bjorg.
okay. Bonus action, steady aim. And we're shooting at him with the longbow. Oh, for a natural 20.
Ooh, number
Oh,
2.
Heck yes.
Ooh. So that's 19 points of magical piercing plus. Hold on, let's get some sneak attack in there. So that's 16 and 10, so another 26 for sneak attack.
This is why I was targeting you.
All right, he screams out as darkness seems to be coming out of it. It's effectively bloodied.
And that'll be my turn.
Korgana.
Well, seeing as that didn't work so well, Korgana is going to just growl and hearing Asphalt's panic, but can't do anything about any of that, is going to shoot 4 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Do you want to move another 30 feet closer?
I will, yes, to get within 60. That seems fine.
Look, guys! He's on the map!
I am. And then yeah, I will. It's format because it's 2 per, and I will quicken spell one of them.
Okay.
So
You just made it, buddy.
Ooh, 26 does hit.
24, 22,
Yeah. It's,
18.
on that last one, they will cast shield.
Oh, apparently Korgana's a little upset. 23 force damage.
Nice.
So, and that will be my turn.
Hist.
All right. I'm gonna do a 3rd level magic missile, shoot 5 missiles at him.
Is it C?
He's still there. He didn't disappear.
Oh, that's right. You can still see. But that's right. I don't know what my
Don't try
brain
to
was.
cheat them.
What was
I'm
that? I
here.
was trying to
I'm
think.
listening.
So 4. How many missiles do you shoot?
5 missiles, 4 damage per missile.
So 20 force damage.
And I will move if I can directly, because they're floating, right?
Yeah.
I want to move directly under them, so if they decide to disappear, I can still try to detect them as close as possible.
You got it.
I want to get as close as possible.
Okay.
Asphalt.
As I'm continuing to move towards Tiny, Asphalt's body continues to shift, almost like she's going back into a wild shape, but instead sort of takes on this sort of like fur is just sort of sprouting out of her natural form, and she's like half mountain cat, half herself, and she's casting Guardian of Nature. I'm going to increase my speed by 10, and I'm going to try and get to Tiny with a total movement of 40 feet, but no climb speed. I'll action dash to do it if I couldn't get close
You
enough.
can get underneath Tiny with 40. If you want to get to Tiny, you're going to have to action dash and climb.
Okay, she's action dashing, and she's looking over her shoulder, and she's like, "Come down here, you coward! Don't hide in the shadows!" And she's just like angry. Anyway, he's too far away for me to hit him with anything.
Indeed. Okay. And you kind of got under the tree with Tiny.
She's in the tree.
I'm next to Tiny. And narratively, I'm reaching to try and get those hands off of Tiny's.
Reaching towards the hands as you see the body drop to the ground. Oh, again, out of your reach now. The lifeless eyes going past. And
You were trying to give everyone PTSD today.
so the reason that is because an orb of darkness now surrounds the creature.
Tiny landed on her feet. Does that mean she's a cat?
So there is a 15-foot radius of darkness around.
So what do I see in the shadows, Matt?
Is you have devil sight?
I do.
Okay. So you see it.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't doing any other fun shit while it's in
Well,
there.
I'm going to see here. Oh, and I don't think it's going to beat you. It doesn't. Just try to hide there, but it's unable to hide in the dim light from you. It doesn't roll high enough. So you do still have sight of it. All right, Bjorg.
So now I just see this orb of darkness, correct?
Correct.
Okay, well.
And your bullseye lantern is like perfectly. I guess the lantern's on the ground at this point, so it's perfectly highlighting it.
Okay, well, I'm going to bonus action steady aim and shoot where I think he is. So that should give me just a straight shot.
Yep, straight shot.
For a 13. So.
Yeah, it just passes out of the orb.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. And then Korgana.
So, question, Matthew: does it have devil's sight or be able to see through magical darkness, or is it
does.
blinded? Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yep,
'Cause-
fair enough. Yep.
All right, well then, 4 more blasts will go into the darkness.
Let's go.
I will use my heroic inspiration on that one. Does the 19 hit? Well, I guess
19.
we're going in a...
19 does.
Okay, so that's 2 hits, and then 2 hits.
Okay. Boom, boom.
6 and 5, so 11, and then a concentration check for each of those. Although I'm expecting these will not matter.
Nope, last one puts it down.
Don't
So the darkness drops.
with my friends, and I'll spend a second level to make 2 more sorcery points.
Got it.
And that'll be. I will take a movement to start flanking the other way from the party in case it decides it wants to go places that I don't want it to, aka death. More out. So that way it's more of got some flanking situations.
Good.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Then hissed.
Okay, so the darkness is gone.
Uh-huh.
Well, magic missile again. This time I'm gonna do 6.
6 missiles.
Only 3 per, so 18.
18 force. Tornado paw as a fiery light burns out of its eyes. Asphalt.
Being up in this tree, how far away is it from me now?
Why do I gotta do more math?
I guess I only care if it's within 60 or 30.
Well,
It's not going to be within either of those.
yeah, no, because it's up 90 still.
Yeah, and Tiny was only
Yay.
at most 15 feet up.
All right. I'm gonna bonus action Shillelagh, and I will spend my action yelling at it, saying, "Come here and fight me!" And I'm gonna try and intimidate it to come get to me.
Fair enough.
Okay. I do have a -2 to this, and I rolled a 9.
You got this, Robin. You got this.
Yeah.
My voice
That's a
acting
7.
accurate.
Yeah.
All
There's
right.
just like snot and spittle coming out of me. I look like a big baby. That's it.
Okay. It'll attempt to hide once more. Not gonna do it. And then it will still throw 3 fires directly at Bjorg.
Who doesn't have luck with this? Why does it keep aiming for her?
I mean, what's missing her is basically what everyone else do. So, 14 misses, 12 misses.
Where were these rolls on
Yeah.
Tiny?
I know. And a 23.
That'll hit.
Yeah, 14 fire.
Uncanny dodge.
Absolutely. Down to 7. It will take that though to go up to a total of 130 feet above ground,
Okay.
which means it's out of the beacon of light.
Correct. And out of my dark vision. So, again, bonus. Well, and sharpshooter won't help me because he's still in the dark. Correct.
Right, doesn't take care of the disadvantage because
Okay.
you can't see them.
So, but I can bonus action steady aim
Yes.
and
make it
do a
flash.
straight roll. Ooh. For a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh.
That's why it's attacking you. I forgot.
For an additional 13 points of magical piercing.
Okay. So you hear that whunk, you feel it hit, or you hear it hit whatever substance this thing is made of, as what you see coming down into your light is what looks like sparks and burning ash that almost smile at all of you as they then disperse. The creature is no more.
Cool, I'm gonna go stop in the back room.
And you're out of initiative.
Run over to Asphalt and Tiny.
Griff can save her! Someone get Griff! Griff can save her!
Corgana will go in search of Griff and the request of Asphalt, despite what he knows of the situation.
Indeed. I don't know what Griff has on him.
I mean, Griff has the components. A matter of it's realistically the matter of finding Griff in the world that exists out in the village and getting back in the time frame that Griff needs to work.
Absolutely.
On
I mean, this if there's any time for a skill challenge, so
Everything hinges on Molly, and she's not even here.
I think who's all going on the search for Griff?
I'll go.
Okay, so it's just Bjorg and Gorgana.
time for action. The orders have been given. Time for action. Less for thinking. Corgana knows these things.
Yep, Asphalt said find Griff. That's all Corgana's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I my gut told me Asphalt would be too upset, but I rolled a wisdom save for myself just to figure out how to RP it. I have a +7 and I rolled a natural 1 again.
Oh, okay.
So I think Asphalt is too upset to leave.
All right. What's this doing?
His would assist in finding Griff.
Okay. So then let's do it. Let's just do it straight up initiative. I'm going to say, yeah. Okay. So I know what I'm looking for. So Corgana, I would say how you can get, it's just essentially going to be a skill challenge. So how do you want to go about finding Griff?
Despite the issues that Corgana and Griff have had of recent, Corgana was the closest, or at least of the group on average. Griff was one of the people that Corgana felt the closest to, and so knows Griff's go-to spots, knows where to find them for chat. They spent time on watch and such throughout the village in their time since Corgana's been here, and so Corgana wants to think about those patterns and use that to go ahead and try to track Griff down as to where he thinks Griff might be the best at.
Okay.
Oh, Jackie!
So survival check maybe?
Sure. That's a natural 20 for 25.
Okay. So
Robert, tell your
I'm
dice to
looking
find
for
those.
I'm looking for 3 total successes. I'll count the nat 20 as 2 towards the 3 I need to find. So we'll go to Hist.
Well, so the way Hist would look is, I guess, technically the way we ended last session is Hist and Griff did leave to go burn things. So after that, I'm guessing this is just taking place like after that. So he'd probably just go try to go where he last saw Griff, and then go the direction that Griff went to look for him.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
$17.
Okay, that will be the third. As you guys are moving together here, as you're like here, and so there's like turns have taken the lead as you find Griff.
Is Griff late night fishing?
See, Griff is late night fishing, but they're doing so by going into the water and like with their spear and walking and finding it, and that's where you find them as they realize they've been underwater for all the howling. You're like, ah! Get to find. Okay, so this is getting them here in time.
Mm-hmm.
Is the next bit here. So, well, it determines how many rounds it takes to get here. So we need another 3 successes on this. But we start with Bjorg.
Okay. Frantically running to Griff. Come on, Griff! Tiny's down! We need your help! And I grab Griff and start pulling in the direction that we need him to go.
Hey, very cool. I would say give me persuasion.
Ooh, because I'm so good at those.
You got this.
A 6.
Oh! Corgana.
Griff, it's urgent. Asphalt's a mess. Tiny's down. And Corgana's yeah, Corgana's gonna be on the same regard, and Corgana's urgent, frantic again because following orders. I'll show you, and I'll help you get there faster. I will, in the middle of the night, happily happily go ahead and use Thunderstep just to help expedite, like, over some rough terrain or something along those lines. Like, just casting thunder out into the middle of the world in the night
Yeah.
for the second time within the last week.
Yeah. I think, and I think given that, I definitely think there's a persuasion just for Griff to give into that particular, like, we got in trouble last time.
9.
Oh
My gosh!
Also, does Griff have anything prepared to bring me back? Because I was looking at their spell list to see what they
no.
had,
I would
and I
think
don't
so.
see Revivify on there, and I don't. But unless I'm missing it,
Well,
and I think they would also need diamonds, right?
we
Which
save
I
some
know they
spell
have.
components.
Okay,
Yeah,
they have
we save-
diamonds, but I don't know if they have the spell prepared because I was looking at it because I was trying to be fair about it.
Yeah. That is gonna. Is it a
Yeah.
class feature?
I
Yeah.
agree the fairness because I think that's where we're trying to do all the.
Yeah.
Let me yeah. Before I guess we spend. I mean, I think I was. But okay, so.
I wasn't
That's
sure if any
very
of those spells would bring her back. She has Spare the Dying, but that's only if you cast it.
Are still alive.
while
Yeah.
they're doing death saves. And I think Revivify would ordinarily be a 3rd level, and I
It is.
don't see it. That's why
I'm
I
looking to
was
see if
just
it's a class
Uh,
feature for the
what
cleric.
level? You guys are 8, okay. This is verifying in my head all these
Yep.
things. What's up, Griff?
And it is for Willing Vessel Cleric. It is not a domain spell either.
It's not. I'm looking at it.
Yep.
I don't think they have access to anything else that could bring back other than Revivify, and that's what worried me.
Does Asphalt have a rune somewhere hidden in their pocket?
Well, it's a good
Does heal bring you
question.
back? I do have
No.
a heal.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it would if I was doing death saves.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know where they put their inventory though, because it's not on their inventory.
Yeah, it's not there, Jackie.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not seeing it.
I just didn't want you guys to go through all these checks and then it turned out.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I think all of us were. I could see why, because you guys were doing investigation day, so
Yep.
they
Yeah.
might have thrown some stuff to go. Oh, this might help a little better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I totally see why they might not. I guess is my point. I can see why, but yeah, I mean, it's not there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their magic weapons too, just to see.
It's not there, Jackie.
Okay.
So, all right. Yeah, they're not that level for Raised Dead there, Frustra.
Yeah.
To say they won't be in at some point, but because we have 10
At the moment.
days.
Well, what's up right now?
They'd still need a long rest to prepare it.
True.
Yeah, so I think Griff incoming is that thing of like, let me go to help, and we'll just kind of do this, gets there, and we'll give essentially, we were just supposed to be around today. You know, we're RP too much with Griff,
Yeah.
but unfortunately don't seem to have that ability.
Sorry for interrupting your night, Griff. And, we'll take care of this. And we'll head back and let Griff do their fishing, because sometimes you just need to clear your mind as well.
All right. In that case, what would everyone like to do?
Asphalt's just combing Tiny's hair. as she waited for everybody to get back. Bjork, what do we do?
Well, I think we need to take her back to the village.
No,
And no,
no. We don't take her back. This is Tiny's home. This is where Tiny's husband was. This is where Tiny's animal friends
Tiny's
are.
husband.
Isn't Cole her husband?
No.
Oh, well, I thought it was based off the way they talked about them. But I'm.
That's
Oh.
okay.
But Cole's here. The wolves are here. Tiny loved the wilds. We put Tiny in the earth here with the things that surrounded them. So that way in the future, if we get called and want to speak with them, we can be around the things that brings her spirit comfort. And maybe she'll be able to visit us instead of lost amongst the many masses. That's my thought on it anyway. How are you, Asphalt?
I don't know. Tiny was a warrior. I think she should have a warrior send-off. Like Cole did.
So you want to take her down?
I think the clan deserves a chance to say goodbye. And celebrate her life.
You both know them better. Make it so. What was that thing? Why was it out here?
Good questions. Hist, have you ever seen anything like that before?
I do a history check, see if I've seen anything like it before.
Yeah, give me. You can do Arcana or History. It's up to you.
Do history. Nat 20 for 30.
Jeez. Very good. Was History or Arcana?
History.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the leveling guide a little bit. History, you've heard of these creatures, usually sent for the purpose of assassination of shadow and flame. There are many deaths that are attributed to them, people finding mostly victims choked and suffocated. So no one really knows if they were by this creature, but many famous chokings or suffocation are attributed to them. Few have seen them. And the history tells you that they are called candlelight demons, as they are summoned by use of a special candle that is lit, and as long as the candle burns, it maintains the creature on this plane and has its carry out its job, and the creature vanishes whenever it's killed or the candle is destroyed.
At least next we know to go for the candles if we can find them.
But why Tiny? Tiny was peaceful. They didn't make enemies. Should have been me, based off of our current hypothesis.
Okay, so here's the question. If it was after Tiny, why didn't it leave after it completed its mission?
I don't know, Bjorg.
Could have
So-
multiple targets.
I was going to say, so is it possible it had multiple targets?
Are you... It seemed to like shooting you.
Well, I was doing quite a bit of damage and trying to find ways around its hide skills, so naturally it saw me as the biggest threat.
I saw it through its darkness and I continued to shoot it, and it didn't choose me over you. Or to just escape and come back and...
I don't know. I mean, who's to say it wouldn't have gone after you next if it had gotten to me?
This is wrong, guys. This is wrong, and there's something's fucked up. And I'm tired of losing people that I care about. I'm tired of it. Like, Raffen said that things were going to be different here. And we're just getting more death in ways that are just different flavors of dying, it seems. Tiny didn't deserve to be strangled on their own away from friends and family.
Is it possible that someone is targeting our clan because we're trying to do things differently?
Sure. I mean, Tiny is also the biggest proponent of Roffin, so it's like I feel really conflicted on this. Like, maybe they went after Tiny because, again, one of Roffin's biggest supporters and what they were doing vocally and action-wise. Are you close to Roffin too, Bjorg?
Probably closer than most.
So maybe this is so fucking messy, and it's sorry, Asphalt. You were, yeah. And Corgana just gives Asphalt a big hug.
Sniffling. Did Hist's check indicate if the candle had to be in a certain, like, range? Do we think that this person could be in another clan, or it had to be here at Ragdoll?
So I let this check take some time. If there would be more, that would be more on the Arcana side.
I see.
Can I do another one?
I'd allow that, and I am ticking some time away, but yeah, because this takes time to kind of think through. Because it's pretty esoteric knowledge.
26.
Okay. So, yeah, there's not a range on it necessarily, but with an Arcana, you know that it only can burn for 3 hours. So it would be summoned at the point of the candle. So it would have to be somewhat local, but certainly anywhere within the village, that type of thing. In addition, sorry, I was doing the thing. As you take your time and think, you know the way one has to be able to make one of these. To create one of these candles, the candle itself has to be made under the new moon using the rendered fat of one murderer, the ashes of 3 humanoids who burned alive, and the blood of 13 cats. And it also requires a great power, in this case a 6th level spell slot.
A baker's dozen.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just thought that crossed my mind.
I agree, though. All of us went, ooh.
Yeah.
Burning alive.
Who could get those kinds of things without drawing attention to themselves?
I mean, we're all fucking murderers, Asphalt, after the summer. So that
But
part's easy.
cats? I feel like you'd notice.
We burned a whole bunch of bodies. This is for summer ending. So again, easy component to go ahead and get here. But yes, the cats is the part that's sticking out a little hard here. And Renalf has been bringing us a lot of interesting pieces. But of all the things that have gone missing and the things that have been brought to his attention, cats was not on the list of things that he wanted to bring to our attention that have gone missing this fall. And he's got something out for the chief, it seems. So maybe one of his friends that he doesn't know about? But or maybe what Asphalt? Like this, we're in gallows humor at this point. Oh, gee. But yeah, the cats would be missing. Not something that's been brought to our attention, despite all of the other weird shit that's been brought to our attention this fall by other people. The other option that comes to mind is, cool, we inspected, Matt, when we inspected a ship, when we inspected all the cargo and everything like that from the merchants, were cats on the list of cargo? Wait, no, they didn't have cats to keep rats?
Oh, they would have, yeah.
But 13 of them or more?
I mean, there's plenty of cats because cats are on ships. And of course, when you're raiding, there's a lot of cats in cities.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fire used in the raids too.
Yeah. It's all of this based off of the lifestyle we've chosen seems to be readily accessible outside of the person who could make such a thing based off of the information you have hissed.
But how much do we know about everybody we brought back with us?
That is the decision, Bjorg, that I am regretting day in and day out.
I mean, there could be a high-level magic user that we don't know about.
The last village we raided was full of them, so...
Exactly.
And they certainly have a bone to pick with us.
And who joined our clan right after the last raid? Starts with an S, ends with an N.
He wasn't the only one, though.
Sven, Gorgana, Sven.
So do I have permission to kill Sven now?
No. Just because we don't like someone, that doesn't make them guilty of murder.
Asphalt, when we go back to the village, we're going to have a pint. And we're going to talk a bit. Okay?
I don't know what help talking is going to do.
When I lost my wife and I lost my son, Asphalt, and still don't know where my daughter is, I felt the same way, that the world was angry and awful. Still feel that a lot of the time. And still get really angry when I feel things aren't right. I can say being alone and ostracized and picked on by everybody else didn't make it any better. In fact, it made it worse. Because I felt alone with all of it. And that it was all my fault. And being around you and Griff and Hist and Tiny and even Bjorg. I still get angry and I still get upset seeing these things. But having you all around and having these small pieces connect and not feel like I'm so alone when I'm hurting the most makes it a little bit better. Makes it a little bit easier when I'm alone at night and not trying to just
console myself by crying by myself. I get to think about all of you. And it makes it just a little bit better. And that little bit better makes it easier to want to get up in the morning and makes it a little bit easier just to not say fuck it all and disappear into the woods and die fighting something or hoping to run into something and just end it all. I don't want you to have to suffer like I did, Asphalt. You're good people, and you don't need to be broken or be a monster like I am. So I'm asking it as your friend that you come back. You let me take care of you for the eve. And we can just sit there and be in silence, or we can talk through the night, whatever you need.
This is not the pep talk I ever imagined you giving. You changed a lot, Corgana.
Don't remind me. But you all have made it, despite all of the fucking stupid decisions we make, a bit better. So thank you. Frankly, Tiny's death has made me realize how much more you all matter. Not just to the village, but to me. And while I would like Tiny here, I'd like to think that Tiny, if that's what things achieve and makes my life better, I think she'd be happy about that. That there was purpose and meaning, and that she made the world better.
So, should we bring her back to the town? Or should we leave her here?
I think we should bring her back so that the village can pay their respects.
I also think we should maybe invite the elves. Tiny had said that their queen was with her. Maybe this could be a way for them to, I don't know. Maybe they would want to, I don't know.
Maybe we bring the news to them separately, because we're just inviting some potentially other angry people into the village. I don't know. I trust you all. I just know that this is really messy. But maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll help the angry people in there and come to peace that the person who killed their queen is also. There's so many people are messy as fault. I hate them.
Well, they are no longer our enemy, so I think that we should go talk to them and let them make the decision if they want to come pay respects to her.
Okay.
Guess you get one of those floating discs.
Oh, yes, I could cast floating disc.
Okay. So you're bringing them to like Raffensheim.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right. So there will take our break, at which point to review, Jackie's going to go ahead and introduce a temporary character for today. Then likely either permanentize that one or make a different one for next week based on what they want to do so they can continue to play.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll go on break. Hello, hello. Alrighty. Come back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
All right. So, make sure we get Julia and Robin. So we might go ahead here. There they are. All right. So you're able to bring Tiny to Raffensheim, and it is here that of course, a levitating body coming through everywhere. People begin to gather, and Chief Raffen, flanked by Sven, comes out, and Chief, you can see he has true sadness on their face. He bends over and kisses Tiny on the head. He announces, "This is a sad day for everyone. All of Reichval. Herser has been felled. We will mourn how we can." To all of you, they express that they're sorry and their condolences, and takes extra time at Asphalt. I know you were especially close.
Yeah.
He just kind of nods, and I am sorry. And I essentially ask what happened to all of you.
It seems like Tiny was ambushed in the night. There was a creature. The nature of which we don't really totally understand.
Is it still loose or has it been felled?
Kind of a complicated answer. It's been felled, but its source is still out there.
Corgana will produce the remains of the creature. Because you said something fell from the sky, right, Matt?
It was like ash.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something more tangible than that. But okay, then never mind.
Let's just See, sir. Oh, sorry, the chief is not happy. And orders a fire to be lit and asks from his private selection some casks of ale and mead are brought out.
Can I insight check the chief to see if his reaction's genuine?
Sure.
How's Sven taking all of this?
Bad. I got a 5.
Give me insight on Sven.
I will use the inspiration provided by fire earlier for this. 12.
Oh boy. Can Asphalt also? Because I think she pretty clearly expressed her.
Yeah.
I think Sven is behind this. Okay, I'm good. Also, insight check. My God! Don't let me roll anymore today. No more rolls.
I was trying, Robin. I was trying. Man.
I rolled a 6.
So, Sven, like everyone, seems to be mourning and over the loss of Tiny.
Wait, he's mourning over Tiny instead of with the words of an assassin on the loose?
Well, right now he's the most upset. Well, there's not an assassin. Well,
that there are maybe additional. Sure, okay.
yeah, because already said there's a creature and you destroyed it. And
Mhm.
so he some people are mourning. In other words, he seems to fit the mood of everyone else here.
That was braggy.
Braggy appears truly heartbroken. He looks at some journal pages or in his songbook rather, and his tears begin to wet the ink, and he doesn't even seem to care. It's just in shock, and you see Benna try to hold him, and he doesn't really respond. He's just stiff with shock.
Hist.
Oh, yes.
I think you should check on your new friend, Braggy. He seems to be taking it weird.
Oh, I suppose that would be my job.
This is the second woman that he's loved that has died in the name of the clan.
Yeah.
Go gentle on him, Hist.
I guess I'll try. This will approach. He won't say anything. I just approach, hoping that he says something.
Indeed. Hugo, yeah, I think give me a persuasion check as you come up to him. See if we can break him out of where he is.
All right. 18.
18. The look in. They finally go, yes. And kind of because of your connection and everything, he I didn't get a chance to speak to her, and just kind of grabs you and buries his tears into your shoulder.
Oh,
Yeah, they're there. I know it's always sad when someone goes and you can't say what then you can no longer say the things you know that were unsaid. But I'm sure in one way or another, Tiny knew your feelings, and I'm sure that even now even more now so that she's wherever she went, you can see how much you cared.
Kind of breathes. But I just. Is my love a curse?
Oh, no. I don't think that's how it works. I just think that we live in a very dangerous and volatile place, and death is on the horizon for everybody.
As he listens to your words, it's sort of breaking through. And he breathes. I should write a dirge for her.
Yes, that would be very nice.
Would you and the Hairstairs allow me the honor?
I see no problem with it.
And I think there's more coming, but he sticks close to you a little bit. He is very shocked. Incidentally, you notice that he keeps fiddling with this ring that looks like it was painstakingly made to be made out of like carved so that it looks like around the ring are wolves with a bow drawn taut at the center, where there is a small gem cut for a heart.
It's a very thoughtful ring you made.
Yes. And, yes. It kind of puts it away. Just trying to deal with all the feels. What else would everyone like to do?
Organa's gonna be the practical one and help prepare Tiny to be set ablaze. Because things don't go to waste in the clan, but I also don't know lore wise. Does that mean we're considering Tiny with their gear, or do we or do we get to go ahead and reclaim things that are useful for the clan?
Are you asking if you can like kind of take what
What
her
we
equipment?
need, yeah.
Yeah, that would be at this point, since she really had no family, it would be the Hairstairs who would decide that.
Okay, then yes, I will loot Tiny in preparation for being incinerated and sent off in Warrior's honor.
All right. Anything else?
Asphalt casts stone shape on a piece of the stony ground and creates with her magic a a statue of Tiny.
Mhm. See, during this, as all this is happening, Myron, who was in charge of the Domerencia trading post, who was in charge of it, she steps forward and to the chief simply says, with your weakened forces, I offer one of our company in this time of grief to help with whatever needs to be done. The chief nods, accepted. And stepping forward, Jackie, please introduce your character you're playing.
Sure. So right there is a halfling woman playing with coins in her hands, kind of like flipping them around and kind of like thumping them up the air and grabbing them. And just seems to be, if you ever watched a poker tournament, the sound of chips move, that's kind of what it's like in her hand. She's wearing clothing very much like the merchants and traders of the village, and might have seen her working at a booth or what have you. Doesn't seem particularly happy about being volunteered, but is definitely putting on a good show, because realizes this is a somber occasion. And upon kind of coming forward and seeing everything going on, she'll put away the coins and try to show some just some respect to what's going on there. As she introduces herself to the chief and company as simply Penny.
Hi.
My condolences regarding what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, but thanks anyway.
I know. I lost me family before I took to the sea. A lot of people said things like that and never really helped me neither. So sorry, just repeating the horrific occasional verbal rituals. But I knew your friend. She stopped by my shop once, bought a dagger, gave her a really nice price on it too, and just wanted to say, when I knew her for all of 5 minutes, she was quite lovely and definitely represented the Hairstairs in a utmost dignified manner.
Yeah, she did.
She kind of just sinks back.
Just give her a little bit of time. She'll warm up eventually.
Asphalt goes to Gorgana. I think the new girl was trying to shake me down for money. She said that Tiny underpaid for something from the shop.
We're gonna have another one of those unexpected and illuminating conversations, Asphalt. I don't want you to think this of me as a long-term thing. But when dealing with grief, things tend to be heightened and exasperated, and that you might be taking this a little more to heart than what is intended. Let's cut them a little bit of break. And Corgana is gonna take this blood-stained cloak that's this just massive bear and wrap it around Asphalt. This helped keep Tiny safe. I think Tiny for the moment might want you to be a little safer. And having a piece of Tiny might help you feel a bit more grounded.
She wraps it really tightly and then sinks into the ground like she does when she sits, bends at the knees, sits on the ground with the little cloak around her. And she looks like an angry little ball.
Angry little bear ball?
Yeah.
Let me talk to the new person. I'm just getting wrapped up in helping and got shoot out because I'm like a bull in a china shop sometimes.
A cloak of protection, by the way, Asphalt.
Yes, +1.
Ooh.
That
Ooh.
is made of a werebear skin. And then Corgana will go over to Penny. So you're the money?
Yes, my name's Penny Fairmoney.
Let's see. And how much violence have you seen, Penny?
Well, I did watch once when there was quite a robber at my shop back in the old country, and me papa just really let him have it. Really gave him quite a talking to, some stern warnings and the like, and threatened him with imprisonment should he do it again. He agreed to only take half.
Corgana's gonna lean. How tall is? Oh, Penny's a halfling.
Yes.
Oh God. Corgana's gonna lean down and just get really close to Penny, intentionally entering that personal space that everyone. Well, Penny, have you ever had one of your friends strangled in front of you, dangling from a tree while you're trying to fight a horrific creature that's summoned from the hells before?
Yes.
Yes? Yes? And what did you do in such a situation, this very specific situation, to save your friend's life?
Oh, well, I tried to shoot my coin at it, and it didn't do a lot of good, but it did break the branch and temporarily brought some relief to my friend who fell to their death.
Okay, so you've seen people die before, at least.
Oh, yes, many times.
Wonderful. And have you made sure that your next of kin has been notified, and all of your affairs are in order that you could die in any day and any time?
Oh, I don't have any kin, well, except for my child, but I haven't seen them in a decade or so.
Sounds like you'll fit right in then, that we can just go ahead and you could die at any moment and nobody will miss you. That fits with the rest of us. Congratulations. Welcome to the group.
I think that's why they volunteered me for this assignment.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Penny.
Oh, it's a gorgeous pleasure to meet you, Corgana. I shake your hand with great enthusiasm.
When the hand touches, what sort of hand is, like, Are these calloused hands, or they've never done a day of hard work in
They
their
are
lives? Or
in silk gloves. So it's hard to tell.
They're in silk gloves.
Yeah, it's black silk gloves.
I'm sure we will. The pleasure is mine, Penny, and I'm very glad that you're wearing gloves matched to the attire of the work that we have to do.
Oh, I didn't plan on that, but it's nice to know.
Yes, when blood hits them, they will wash and hide the colors quite well. God, she looks so fucking cheery, Tiny Jackie.
You try to put together a character like that.
I'm aware. I'm just. Oh, well, welcome to the Hersers for however brief or long your stay may be.
Oh, yes,
And
indeed.
do you have any questions for us?
Just the one. Why does that gent over there wear a mask?
Oh,
Hello.
Hello. That's a lovely mask. Where'd you get it?
I think I stole it.
Oh, I'd be happy to sell you a similar one.
No, I'm quite attached to it at this point.
All right. Well, just let me know. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And you as well.
Which means you're Bjorg.
Yes. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, it's quite lovely to meet you. Heard only good things.
Well, I suppose that's good.
Yeah. You'd be surprised what Tiny Tusk said in 5 minutes.
No, not really. Tiny could say a lot in 5 minutes. Sometimes Asphalt can do the same thing.
I feel like I've met all of you already.
Oh, welcome aboard.
Matt,
Hey. Yes.
I did miss the first little bit when we came back from break. Did any of the elves? I imagine that Asphalt would have tried to let them know, because Asphalt remembers that Tiny was speaking to Arduina, and I didn't know. Yeah.
I would say the elves will begin to come. This is a little more on the just brought her in side. Like this, you guys just went in, and this is the scene
I see.
as you came
Gotcha.
in.
Gotcha.
But depending on how we kind of story it, how we jump here, there is like room for them to come in.
Okay.
And it is likely they will.
Does anyone need anything for the burial?
we need the blood of 13 cats, the fat of a murder. Actually, who's the best candle? Since you work with money, who's the best candle maker in town?
Based on my knowledge, who would be the best candle maker in town?
Actually, I think the Benisons make candles.
Yes, the Benisons, indeed.
Has anybody come to you, Penny, asking for weird stuff from your shop?
I'm gonna say yes. Could you be more specific?
Like the blood of 13 cats, or the fat of a murderer, or that kind of stuff. Just asking, chill.
Would I know anybody who deals in pets based on the merchants?
I mean, no one's like there trying to sell cats to people.
I'm really sorry. I don't know of anyone who's ever asked me for cat blood. Is that something we need for the funeral?
No.
Somebody else's funeral.
Oh. The cats, I assume.
No, the person who collected it in the first place. Right, Asphalt?
Hey, actually, Penny, has anybody come through asking for any silvered weapons? I think you guys are clean out, but was anybody disappointed to hear that?
So you wouldn't recall anything like that.
No. I mean, I don't deal much in weapons myself, and the weapons dealers I know of haven't said anything.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
Just saying, Penny, you were supposed to come over here being useful, and so far you're not offering a whole lot.
Well, I sell general goods. I really do. You really should come by the shop sometime. It's sort of a nice little you can put things up, and I'll pay you money for them, and if you don't come pick them back up, then I keep them and sell them.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
I haven't shown you what I can do with this coin either.
Okay, what can you do with the coin?
I can make things explode.
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
Do you have to remain in possession of the coin, or let's say that there was a big angry sea monster and someone was able to slide in like a fish and implant it into the big giant sea monster's flesh, could it then explode remotely?
Not exactly, but I could do it to any coin. As long as it's worth at least a copper.
How big of an explosion?
Well, depends, on how well I do.
I feel like that's a strange skill for a merchant to have.
It is. I sort of stumbled upon this ability while I was studying spells. I have a bit of a... Oh, I shouldn't say that out loud. They told me not to say that out loud here. I mean, I don't know magic. There's no such thing.
How do you feel about our chief, Raven?
I think he's a lovely gentleman who's treated us merchants very fairly.
Asphalt. I don't think this is a place for that kind of conversation.
This chief's like, what?
There's some preparations that have to be made in the next couple of days. While we wait for that, Penny, I'm a resilient fellow. I would like a practical demonstration of your abilities.
Sure, absolutely.
And frankly, I'd feel a little bit better about getting blown up this evening.
Again, not the right place for that. Maybe go to the training grounds.
Doesn't have to be here. I wasn't saying to do this immediately, but there's other preparations and things that have to be made.
If we throw the coins up high in the air, Penny, can you explode them there like Like fireworks.
Well, it's more of a one coin at a time deal.
Okay. Another no from Penny.
Look, I'm
All right.
sorry.
No, so I'm only interjecting because I don't know if Penny is going to be here next week. There's a whole lot of talking with Penny, and if everyone wants to do it, I'm okay. But it's just there might be a whole other Jackie character to talk to, and I don't want anyone frustrated next week.
We're dealing with a little bit of trauma here, Matt. We're dealing
That's
with a
fine.
little bit
Listen,
of
it's Sean's
trauma.
game. I just wanted to.
Let's just not take it out on poor Penny.
Well, I'd be happy to accompany you on one of your many adventures.
Well, it's late. It's been a night. I think the best thing for the eve is that. Does Ruffin plan on setting Tiny a fire ablaze this very evening, or is it a wait a couple days sort of thing and then for things to be gathered appropriately? I don't know.
Yeah, it wouldn't be tonight. There's not enough. So there would be an honor guard, and then it would probably be up more the hairsayers as far as, but tradition would be in the next 2 or 3 days.
Okay. So we've got duty this evening, is what you're saying?
If you'd like it, otherwise he would ask Sven to take care of it. So in fact, like more or less right now, he is probably chosen. He's already kind of put Sven as like spend the night watching and whatever. Now with that, he would, because he wouldn't necessarily ask any of you, but given your trauma, but if you interjected yourselves, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, Asphalt's gonna stay.
Korgan is going to stay with Asphalt.
Bjorg is going to stay as well.
Hey,
Penny, this is your first night on the job. Maybe standing out in the cold, unprepared, and thrown into maybe a night adjusting to your new expectations might be in your best interests.
Is Hist staying?
Oh yeah, sorry, Hist is saying.
Okay.
So we're staying the night.
Mm-hmm.
That
We
makes
take
it-
shifts.
I mean, you could, yes. In that case, then you take the shifts, and it's more ceremonial. Sven, essentially, if you're all taking care of it, he will take his night's sleep.
So he would leave. He wouldn't take the. Asphalt was sort of hoping that they could spend the night with Sven.
If you ask him, I mean, if you're like, we want to guard with you, we wouldn't take much to get him to stay, because the chief
Yeah.
put him.
Asphalt offers to help Sven.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and Sven is there with all of you. Is there anything everybody wants to do during this period? Go ahead.
Yeah, Asphalt wants to ask him what he was up to when Tiny was getting murdered. He's like the guard, and none of his guards showed up.
Doesn't he work with Ranulf? Like,
No.
oh, okay.
Yeah, he was just he goes, I'm the personal guard of Raven. If I am on duty, I am by his side.
How were you guys last night? Nothing strange happened? No wispy ghosts in your bedrooms?
No, I was just taking my rest for the night. Nothing unusual.
I know you said you were a merchant before.
Yes.
Were you from a clan, or were you just kind of traveling around?
No, I was from the Empire.
How did you get up here? It's kind of dicey. I feel like not a lot of people want to come from the Empire all the way.
Oh, well,
To the
Empire's
north.
nice, but the warriors. And of course, as I said then, it's still true. Seeing your chief that day is thirst for battle and honor and strength, and the soldiers who were doing it for coin and would often satiate themselves in base pleasures, ignore the small folk. And here I saw someone dying for his common folk. Could not think of a leader in Charnel that would do such a thing. That's when I came to his side, tended his wounds, and asked to join him. He lit a bonfire in my heart.
You guys spent a lot of time alone, huh? Like, what kind of bonfire are we talking about?
Of respect and honor.
Ah, okay. And the chief has been well?
Give me a persuasion check.
He's got to roll wealth once tonight, Robin.
It's not now. Now is not the time.
What'd you get?
Oh, a 1.
A 1?
Yes. I rolled a 3, but my modifier is -2.
Okay. So he is not quite the man I saw then. I don't know if founding this new Regval has been harder than he thought it would be. He does what he can.
You sound uncertain.
I do not regret what I did. In my time here, I would say I have not only been enamored with him, but also with this clan. And I don't know. He does his best.
Can I ask, being new here myself, what about the clan enamors you so?
Bravery, the willingness to share. The hunters go out, the hairsayers, the merchants. Everyone is for one purpose: to live. With very small exceptions, no one's here to be better than anyone else. And everyone views their contribution as equal to everyone else's, more or less.
You believe strongly in this cause?
I think it is a good thing.
I want to incite you.
All right.
16.
16. don't detect anything odd, other than he seems to care deeply about these things.
Did you like the deceased?
She defended me. The first one. Her heart was good.
That's not an answer.
Is it not?
No, I asked if you liked her.
Looks you're a bit odd. He goes, as much as everyone here.
Everyone in here, or everyone in the clan?
Yeah. He kind of just stops talking now because he thinks you're weird.
Well, he's not wrong.
He's just like, now he's getting interrogated. Dude just sort of clams up.
Penny realizes she doesn't know what she's doing and steps back. Sorry again.
Petty! Sven, can I ask you a delicate question?
He's a little. This is. He's not feeling. He's wondering if this was an honest conversation at this point, but he slowly nods.
You must have heard whispers about how some of the people are losing faith in the chief. You're closer to the chief than most. Do you think these doubts are justified?
He breathes in, kind of taking the answer here. Looks at it a bit. And begins out. Well, I am not sure if he's the leader he once was. With winter upon us, our decisions maybe need to be made. But they're not mine to make. But now I got him.
As one so close to the chief, do you know what's brought out this change in personality?
I don't know. I would only be guessing.
Can I insight check these two answers?
Sure.
Okay.
Ready for the next natural one, Robin?
This is the 20! Not natural. 20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Dirty 20. I would say he is contemplative, thinking a little bit as you ask him.
on the 20, might I just ask, does it seem like he's holding anything back, or did it seem like that was his thought at the time?
That seemed to be his thoughts.
Okay, cool.
Asphalt, I think, is ready to pass the night. In case anybody else has anything.
All right. Then your shifts comes in, the day occurs, and I think essentially as the week goes on, there is the time for the burning, and it's mostly the end in the rituals here. It's everyone has done their mourning and they've kind of had their peace, and it is the final thing. So there's not as many tears and those type of things. It's the last bit of the acceptance, as far as how it would be generally socially unacceptable for someone to be very upset at the burning, because all that is supposed to have occurred. Though everyone knows people still will be dealing with at different stages, but yeah. What is the next thing of order here, everybody?
We promised that we would train people. Given Penny's, well, and that might be the end of the week as like downtime as well, Matt, or as far as is that jumping ahead of things?
I think you can. I mean, you can go ahead and do that. I don't think we have a downtime ready to. Well, I guess we do. So we're definitely past 1 or 2 weeks here. Well, as far as downtime, would be 2 downtime weeks when you're ready, and we'll let those weeks go by. Basically, because we were doing. Yeah, that'd be how we process that.
All right. So we'd have to, like, we still have an actual, what are we as the Hersters doing for the week sort of thing, correct? Beyond just the downtime to figure out? Because, like, in the past few weeks, we've been doing investigations and stuff of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you want to do. I think it'd be more what the next thing all of you want to do. That's probably want to figure out first. Like, what's probably what is your big Herster thing next?
Well, we've done the. I do think we followed the investigation as far as we can at this point. And
I can say that Corgana wants to get a new set of clothes to just blend in a little bit with the rest of their attire.
This nice shiny cloak they have.
I mean, Corgana's going for a bit of a glow up with the realization that people are looking more and more to them, that perhaps the attire should match instead of the rags that they've been running around in that are bloodstained and all of that sort. So Corgana is looking for a little bit of a makeover, yes. Does it so happen coincide with the same time with everything else? Absolutely. But yes.
Fair enough. I mean, that's easy enough to figure out.
Okay. But beyond that, Corgana is just very sensitive of Asphalt at the moment.
So, what are we thinking, everybody?
I think we need to go out and kill something, and that'll help you Asphalt process something dangerous, something that will let us see what you can do, Penny. Something that will allow us to celebrate Tiny appropriately for the feast for everybody, and maybe bring back some materials, be they income or metals or woods or something else that we might need. I think
So
a
like a
hunt
hunt?
is a hunt. And that way we get to see that and let out a few things that we can't otherwise appropriately let out in society. What do you think about that, Asphalt?
I guess. I don't know if I want more killing, but that kind of makes some sense. I mean, we also have to do the second half of the training, right, with Ranulf?
Sure. So we go out, we hunt something, we bring things back, we give them full bellies to train on, and then we work their fucking asses off. I mean, you think better with a full stomach, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice having a full stomach here. Back at home, it wasn't always so certain, you know?
So let's go do that, and we'll make, again, the people will train. It'll also be nice to have some extra, because we've got winter coming up. That'll fit in for the extra remembrance of Tiny's life at the same time. And get to see what Penny you can do and what we're gonna do as a group and bond together outside of being inside the city or the village.
Is it okay if I bring a friend?
I mean, if you're concerned about possibly being eaten, Penny, it's a possibility. So maybe if you have a bigger, stronger friend, that might be more.
Okay.
If you want to bring a
Are there
bodyguard,
any-
it's understandable.
Are there any small or smaller creatures in the vicinity?
Yeah, at this point, there might be some birds.
Okay. So I'm going to get close to the bird about 30 feet away and then begin singing a song. And as I'm singing the little song, I assume this bird has an intelligence of 3 or less. I hope, anyway. Otherwise, this is
Yeah,
gonna do
that's
nothing.
fine.
Okay. And so yeah, the bird begins to grow and take on the shape of just a common man, and wearing regular clothing. And once he comes into being, she kind of claps and then walks over to him and hands him a dagger and just says, "Okay, just follow me for the day and try to make sure that my friends and I don't get too hurt." And I don't think he's able to talk as I cast a spell called Feral Follower.
Whoa.
Lasts for 24 hours.
Very nice. So with you.
That's not what I had in mind. But there are stories about this, and generally, these people come from witches that come and kill them in the middle of the night as they start turning animals into human beings, sort of thing, and it doesn't end good for the person who does it.
Organa, does this mean Penny is a powerful mage?
Do you want to go through their stuff tonight while they're sleeping?
Maybe. She acted really weird when we were asking about the cats. Maybe it was a cover.
So expressing some of your desire to go out and do something, basically, we just need some. You hear, and because some of your other investigations, you begin to hear rumors of a citadel that was built long ago, which says people could barter and buy curses. This is known as the Shadow Steel Citadel. Steel
What
is
might they-
STEEL.
Oh,
Okay. I was like, what might they trade in?
Come on, Asphalt, it'll be good for you. And maybe we'll learn, maybe it'll give us some magical insight where either more information about people stealing shadows, or maybe, if we've got newcomers, maybe they found out about it too in these rumors and went out there to go ahead and find something that might hurt us.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. We should check it out. Right, Penny?
I am ready. I'm ready. Ready. Me ready. Yes, I'm ready. I don't know what accent I'm doing.
What's happening?
No,
no.
Dewey.
Organa, her accent has changed. Clearly she's undercover.
Asphalt, one of these nights while we're going out, we need to have a talk.
I like your outfit, Corgana. You should have bought it from me though. I could have bought you a really nice suit.
Suits, those are Empire in style, not my thing. I need something a bit more flowy. And to give an idea as to what Corgana bought, it is very much because we sold that black fabric and like that had the silver lining to it. It's very much made of that material. It's like Corgana went out and bought some of that to be used to make more or less just some finer clothes. That's like silver embroidered, and now Corgana is wearing a heavy, broad, black furred cloak that has a silver lining to it. That it looks sort of reversible. So, but thank you, Penny. I thought you, based off of what you described as you dealt with like secondhand goods, but I will keep that in mind. I also have to support my situationship father, as he is the primary. I'm sure that you know of Grindel or Gondel, and so I want to keep things on good terms with him, and felt obligated to go that way.
Of course.
But I appreciate it, and if I have other shopping needs or things that I can't find, I will happily spend my coin with you.
Good. I'll cut you a really good deal.
Asphalt, she's threatening to cut me.
This is a really random question, Matt, but at the bonfire and stuff, did we notice if I can't remember her name, starts with an M, it's not Mardal. Is she still pregnant or did she have a child?
Yeah, interesting enough, she's still pregnant. You would assume because you haven't heard any news of the child, but she you don't she wouldn't have it this spring.
Got it. Okay, cool.
She'd likely have it in winter.
Okay.
But they are wearing like a lot of like very baggy clothing and things to still conceal it.
Oh, alrighty.
It seems due to their
Milled with quick shot.
Yes. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Well, good.
Okay, so should we try and track down that citadel?
Yes.
Might as well.
Georg, you've been promoted. To Chief Tracker.
What?
Because Tiny isn't here to do it.
So now I'm tracking things.
See, I mean, I could do it as well to an extent, Bjorg, but I think that I believe haven't you always been like the ones who's gone hunting in the woods with Tiny?
Oh, I
Oh.
did. But we're looking for a place, not a person. So
Yeah. You do survival check to just sort of navigate
okay,
whoever would do it.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Oh wait, I got an 18 because it's one of my skills I'm proficient with. So with reliable talent, I've got an 18.
Nice.
Very good. All right, then you find easy paths, and it's 2-3 days, so you'd be able to get a long rest at this point. To make your way here.
Throughout the nights, Asphalt has been trying to search through Penny's stuff, but something always gets in the way. Like somebody gets up to pee, or like
Well,
there's
probably
a
that commoner's like staring at you, holding a knife.
Yeah. All right.
She
So
doesn't turn into a little spider.
Eventually.
Hmm.
If it keeps not working out for me.
You're gonna be so disappointed when you get that back.
you finally come upon a path that seems to be what was described as far as to find this, and following it leads to a forbidding cliff face. Once smooth, but now choked with rubble from a collapse high above. Even at a distance, an opening between the rubble and the cliff is visible a few dozen feet up.
Do we need to climb?
Climb to the opening if you desire.
I feel like I've got to have a spell for this.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Manipulating Earth to make things easier?
Shape some steps.
Yeah. But it's a few dozen feet.
I can lift us 30 one at a time.
Well, do we have something? How would you be lifting us?
I can raise the earth.
Oh, well, what if we put a carriage on that part of the earth and you lifted the carriage?
Well, only if the carriage can fit in a 5x5 cube or square.
That is a great question, and I don't believe it can.
This isn't the sort of thing I could just like mold earth to make steps, right? Because I can't have multiple of those active at a time.
Correct. 'Cause you only have the one, right?
Yeah, I can only have 2 instantaneous effects at a time. Okay.
Well,
I
Asphalt.
also have Middle Earth if it helps.
Yeah. I mean, it would take some time, but you could, between the two of you using Mode Earth, that's 4 steps. And what's the range on it?
5 feet.
Er,
30.
5 feet.
30
30?
in a 5-foot cube.
Okay. So yeah, because basically you could get people up one at a time. And you just like step. It would just take some time. But you could definitely do it.
As a halfling, I wonder if I could just travel with somebody.
Yes, we'll take more steps with the halfling, yes.
I
There's
mean, I
actually
don't
you do,
mind.
you can definitely do that.
I have halfling nimbleness, which means I can move through the same space, but I don't think I can stop in the same space.
Right.
We don't have reason to think we're in a rush. So, I mean, people can climb if they want, but Asphalt offers to make steps.
Yeah, I'm not climbing.
So in that case, between Asphalt and Hiss, you conjure a series of steps that vanish after people step on them and move up, and you fairly easily get up.
It's an escalator.
Yeah. And you see the hole as you all, I'm assuming, go on in.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Then I've got maps ready.
Ooh.
I have no dark vision.
Team halflings.
So I'll actually open up the first room since you're climbing in through the hole. So, come in, you see that it is partially collapsed, the doors thrown off their hinges. The hemispheric room you enter in has 3 doors, each with inscriptions cut into their frames. Small piles of rubble from the collapse have been hastily stacked in 2 piles between the doors.
What language are the inscriptions in?
You can see they're in Castanelian.
Oh.
Matt, I'm sharing my screen.
You see Korgana's shoulders slump. And sigh.
Well, do we think something came in through here recently, or
I think we should go back.
it was your idea to come here?
And now I think it's a bad idea.
Well, all right.
Corkana, what's going on with you? You said we should come here and hit stuff.
I have a lot of silly ideas.
You're deflecting.
Korgana, yes, I am, Asphalt. Thank you for pointing it out for everybody. I recognize the language, though I don't recall how to read or write or speak it any longer. This is from, or at least some of the people who wrote on these doors is from where I'm from, and it's a bit of a sore spot.
Do you need a bit of a pep talk?
No, I'd like things just not to be painful for once, and that doesn't seem to be the case. The gods have a cruel sense of humor, as it were. Or them, well, not the gods, but you know what I mean.
You told me just the other day, Corgana, that it's no use trying to run away from the pain.
That was for you, Asphalt, and not designed to be used against me in any way, shape, or form.
Well, come on. We're with you. It won't be too bad. Anything that's scary, we'll face it together.
Maybe we should do a little investigation around the place, see what we can find.
I think that's a great idea, Penny.
Oh, wonderful.
I think now, I believe, Penny, if you are from like with these merchants and whatnot, it's likely you would understand Castanelan.
Oh, okay. Excellent. So I will go up and try to read this Castellan.
So on the south door, the inscription reads "Death and Curses." On the north door, it reads "Long Death." And the middle door reads "Curses Worse Than Death."
Ooh, well, so some good news and some bad news, everyone. Not all of the doors lead to curses. The bad news is they definitely all lead to death. So we have the south door, curses and death. The medium door, curses worse than death. And the third door, north door is really, 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 really bad death. Like long death. Probably torturous death.
Looking around on the ground, there's stuff. Is there an indication of where most recently someone might have gone in? Like footsteps or something, or...
No, it doesn't look like someone's been here. Anyone's been here in some time.
And in the middle of the room, is this like the door that would have been at the face of the citadel?
So you're coming, yeah. You find yourself like the hole in this. It seems like you understand the citadel might have been actually made from this cliff face.
I guess I'm asking, does it look like somebody busted in through this door, or does it look like it was just damaged in the land, like a falling of the...
It looks like it was more like from the collapse.
Gotcha, okay.
Are the doors the only thing of note in the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's this saying again on the wall?
Oh, the doors?
Yeah.
The south door is the one that says the death and curses. The midway door is the one that says curses worse than death. And then the last door, north door, is the one that says long death.
Well, I think we should go through one of these doors. Should we try death and curses?
Corgana's just going to go up to the middle door and knock on it.
Cool.
So the door that said
Okay.
curses worse than death.
Yeah.
Duk, duk, duk. It's no answer.
Is it unlocked?
Corgana will try the door.
It is in fact locked.
I can open it if you really want to go in.
Well, are they all locked?
I don't know.
Check.
We're
The
gone.
north and south are
Corgan will
not
check.
locked.
Okay, so I feel like we gotta go in the locked one, right?
Yeah. I can magically open it unless we want to try something else first.
I can try picking the lock.
Okay.
Penny,
Yes.
people back where I'm from don't generally appreciate magic.
Oh.
So if they're doing curses, this might be an offshoot of it, but could also just be part of what made them not like magic in the first place. Just be careful and don't lose your hand in anything.
Right, Bjorg, why don't you try it?
Okay. Even though Corgana knocked on it, I'm still gonna check to see if there are any traps.
All right. Investigation check.
22.
Woo!
And this middle door does not appear to be trapped.
Okay, then I'm going to pick the lock.
Okay.
So, sleight of hand with advantage because of thieves' tools.
Yes.
Oh, well, didn't matter. I rolled 18 on both dice, so 29.
Woo!
All right. Taken in pretty quick. And it is open. Or unlocked.
I will open the door.
Right. Opening and entering. 2 half walls divide this room. In the west, comfortable chairs surround a pair of circular tables. 2 of the chairs are knocked over. In the eastern part of the room, 3 doors lead out.
Is there any writing on them?
No. Oh, the commoner.
Yeah, the commoner is what made me laugh.
So it's just the 3 doors and there's nothing else in here? It's just stone walls?
And chairs and such.
I'm gonna poke the chairs.
They move slightly when you poke them.
Do
As
they
if-
return?
As if being poked.
Chairs.
Wonder if the chairs are cursed.
Is there anything on the tables, or are there any, like, storage compartments?
Looking at it, I guess you can go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. For a 17.
17. Looking around, you see that the way the chairs fell looked like whoever knocked them was running toward the west wall. Oh, you don't see anything in here. That is weird because there's no door on the west wall. But going carefully, you see on the wall a small stone button that looks like it could be pressed.
Gonna press the button.
As you do, a small door opens up into the next room. And you look, in this area was once a dining hall with 2 large refectory tables and accompanying benches, now tipped on their sides. The stench of decay is overpowering, emanating from several yellow insect hives scattered through around the room, creating the soft buzz of insect wings.
Oh no.
The northern door is open. The double doors to the west hang slightly ajar.
This is starting to bug me.
Oh.
Push the button again.
The door closes.
Whew. I don't know about you guys, but that was terrible.
They did say curse is worse than death, and apparently that means that it's gonna get very waspy in here.
Well, should we maybe try a different door first?
I mean, that looked like a very target-rich environment for his. To me is what I got from that.
Well, I mean, sure, we could just burn everything, but why don't we wait till later?
Oh, so now it's let's go, Corgana. Maybe we should wait, Corgana.
Bjork, is everything okay? You seem really averse to that room.
Did you not see all those bugs in there, and didn't you smell how disgusting it was?
Well, yeah, but I mean, logic from the last room was like, let's go to the one that's locked. I feel like logic follows that we should go to the door that was hidden.
I don't think we're gonna quite find easy routes anywhere we go. None of the routes really sounded inviting.
No. But that was a secret door to a dining hall.
Maybe they're just telling
So,
us to buzz off.
they sure were. Didn't you hear all the bzzz going on in there? I mean, we could go in there if y'all really want to, but there are 2 other doors that we could go through.
Aren't you the one that said that the pattern that these chairs fell in looked like the person ran through the hidden door on the wall?
Well, yes, but there probably wasn't all of that in there when they left.
Or maybe they're friendly bugs.
Okay, we could try the other 2 doors. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
No, this is a group decision, so if you all want to go through there, we will go through there.
What do you think, Penny?
Yeah, Penny.
Penny.
I could flip a coin on it.
A
You say that?
3-sided coin.
Well, no, a 2-sided coin. One of my coins.
There's technically 5 different answers, though. How's a coin going to answer for all of them?
Well,
So the coin toss is to say yay or nay of going through this.
okay, here we go. Yay. That's a yay.
That was a yay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So which door was this that we rolled the coin on?
The secret door.
Secret door. So opening back up.
Okay. I'm not going in there first, though.
You're our scout, though, since Tiny's no longer with us.
I'm pretty good at scouting.
I
Oh.
could just blow up the room, as previously stated.
The target-rich environment. But what happens if there's papers in there that we need or want?
Most likely is, but
I don't mind going with Penny.
All right. Since nobody appears to be going, I'll just guess where the door approximately was, and I'll go in.
Everybody has issues. See, the few insects here are harmless, but their yellow, lumpy hives are massive. You see the doors. What would you like to do?
If I die of insect swarm, I'm coming back to haunt you all.
I mean, we're all walking in now, right? Or are we letting Bjorg do everything?
I'm going in.
Okay, yeah.
Korgana's watching the rear.
Is there a sense of how long ago this room was last used? Is it like Bjorg said, that the person who passed through here was a long time ago?
I could find out if someone's been here in the last 7 days.
can I do a check on any remaining food or anything to see how long it's been, like how long it seems to have been spoiled for?
Yeah. Oh yeah, give me a nature check, I guess.
$15.
15. I think definitely more than a month or two.
Penny, what's that spell you were talking about?
Oh, it's this really cool spell I found in a book. Basically, when you cast it, you can find out if people have walked around here. You can see like their footprints and fingerprints and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah, that's exactly how I felt about it when I saw it.
That's a really neat trick.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was going to have that kind of reaction, though.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one before.
Magic is really emotional, I know. There. I'll try to hug you.
Okay. Okay, Bjork, which door do you not want to go into now?
I don't know. I don't know what all these doors. Was there any writing on any of these doors?
Nope.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. What are your feelings?
The exit.
Yes, Korgana, I know, but we're here. We might as well check it out.
Do any of the doors have anything on them, or like the other doors, or no? They're just doors.
No, I mean they're just the doors are here. So again, so the northern door, right, is open,
Oh, yeah, you did say. Okay.
and the doors to the west hang slightly ajar. And there's the other door, so you can kind of peek into probably. Well, yeah, I mean you can look through the northern door.
Okay, what about the southern door?
It is closed.
Well, since the northern door is already open, should we go that direction?
Oh, see, I was thinking we should go to the one door that seems closed or locked. But we could check out the northern door, totally.
How about we just exterminate the nests that are here presently, so that in case like there any sleeping insects might not just decide to sting us to death as we're trying to run out of here because we awakened something awful, like another fucking dragon.
Gorgana, we're the ones intruding in their home. Why would we exterminate them? They didn't even do anything.
Yet.
Are there any plants in here?
Plants? No.
Are you asking me to show restraint, Asphalt?
Yeah. You have to save your energy for watching Penny.
We really need to have that conversation soon, Asphalt.
Okay, so which door are we going through? North or south?
I can flip for it.
Okay.
All right, heads north, tails south.
We're just going to ignore the doors that may have been broken off by
there it
something
is.
running through them.
We're going north.
Okay.
It's not like we can't come back and check them later. we can't go to all of them at once.
You know what, Bjorg? We could all head our separate directions.
No. That is absolutely out of the question. Look what happened the last time we all separated. So absolutely not.
Right.
I am putting my foot down. You made me the leader of this expedition right now. I am putting my foot down. So the north door it is.
All right. Going to the north door, you see the rough outline of workstations and preparatory tables with hanging pots, pans, and vegetable baskets is visible under an enormous yellow insect hive that covers the surfaces in the room. 2 doors exit the room. The northern door is completely covered by the hive.
Do you guys really want to go in there and walk through all that?
We could try to reason with them, I guess.
Can you speak to them?
Well, it depends. I don't know if they are categorically beast or not. If they were, then I could. Using my knowledge, would I be able to tell if these are beasts?
Let's see here. Yeah, they would be. The insects are considered beasts.
Right? Yeah,
So
I
it
could definitely talk
depend-
to them.
Right. As you walk in, we're going to end for tonight.
Yay!
We will-
Penny might not even be here next week. Who's gonna talk to the bugs?
Indeed.
Penny dies to a swarm.